Everyone knows about the Great Pyramids of Egypt, especially the Great Pyramid of Giza. But are you aware of what appears to be advanced technology that went into building them? How could this type of technology be built by such an ancient people, considering that they would only have had crude tools at their disposal? Could an advanced race have assisted them in building this giant beacon, and why was it really built? The following are 4 amazing facts you may not have known about this incredible structure. Number 4. The Great Pyramid and the magnetic poles. The Great Pyramid is lined up almost perfectly with the magnetic North Pole. However, to calculate this alignment, the Egyptians would have to have had access to a compass which was not be invented for a few thousand years after they were gone. The Great Pyramid's north-south axis is aligned to within 3/16 of a degree of true north-south. This alignment is more accurate than that of the meridian building of the Greenwich Observatory in London, which deviates from true north by 9/16 of a degree, even though there is no evidence in ancient texts that Egyptians used astronomical knowledge in the construction of the pyramids. So without this type of technical knowledge, how the heck did they manage to be more accurate than the Greenwich Observatory in locating true north? Number 3. The Great Pyramid and the Orion constellation. The constellation of Orion is one of the most prominent and recognizable constellations in the sky, as its location on the celestial equator allows it to be seen all over the planet. It was of central importance to many ancient cultures, as alignment with the position of the stars matches up precisely to various ancient structures, such as the pyramids of Giza. When the pyramids are viewed from aerial viewpoint, the 3 largest pyramids at Giza, when viewed from the air, are laid out in the same formation as the Orion belt stars, Al-Nitak, Al-Nilam and Mintaka. These pyramids are laid out precisely within the same dimensions of the belt stars of Orion. How were the Egyptians able to complete these mathematical equations? Or the more important question is, who gave them this advanced knowledge? The ancient Egyptians believed that the gods descended from the belt of Orion and from Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, in the form of human beings. The question we ask is, who were these gods? Number 2. How was the Great Pyramid constructed? This monolithic pyramid used 2.3 million blocks of stone covering 13 acres of land, originally having an outer casing of white limestone blocks perfectly polished and fitted, looking like a gleaming white beacon. The blocks each weighed 16 tons and each fine joint no thicker than a piece of paper. How could they have achieved such intricate detail with their limited technology? The overall precision of this structure is simply amazing. It is 750 feet long at each base and situated precisely along the 4 cardinal points north, south, east and west. The ratio of its circumference to its original height equals the value of pi, something that was not supposed to be known for 1,000 years. It is said that this Great Pyramid is at the geographical center of the earth. The ancient Egyptians were able to move massive stone blocks across a desert by wetting the sand in front of a sledge built to pull the heavy object. These sledges were dragged forward by a team of human workers that were able to transport 2.5 million limestone blocks to build the Great Pyramid. It required an enormous effort and so many human workers that the working area and the road to the pyramid would have been overcrowded. The handling of stone blocks with weight from 1 to several tons in such a quantity is a gigantic operation, even compared to present day standards. The idea is that there must have been a more efficient transport system to meet the required building and time conditions. But where could this knowledge have come from? Another amazing fact is that the cornerstone foundations of the pyramid have ball and socket construction capable of dealing with heat expansion and earthquakes. This is more technology that appeared ahead of its time. Number 1. The pyramid's internal temperature. Despite the scorching heat can often be felt in Egypt, the temperature inside the pyramids remains a constant 68 degrees, the average temperature on Earth. there were air shafts connected to the king's chamber, similar to air ventilation ducts we have today, to control the temperature in buildings and offices. When the air shafts were cleaned and opened, cool air immediately entered the king's chamber. Since that time, the king's chamber has always maintained a constant, comfortable temperature of 68 degrees no matter what the outside temperature was. So this appears to be one of the earliest forms of air conditioning. Again, we see technology ahead of its time, and again we ask, where did this advanced technology come from? There is also discussion that the pyramid itself was actually an energy machine, and scientists who have analysed the pyramid say there are thermal anomalies that they say could lead to a previously unknown chamber inside the Great Pyramid, and thermal cameras detected temperature variations in 3 adjacent stones at the bottom of the structures. There are theories that propose that the Great Pyramid of Giza is in fact a giant energy plant that harnesses the natural earth energy and amplifies it somehow. Scanning the pyramid with infrared technology, experts identified 3 hotspots in the middle of the pyramid which also have a higher temperature than the rest of the blocks. These anomalous findings suggest that somehow heat is coming from underneath the pyramid. In the eastern part of the pyramid at ground level has led researchers to believe that there might be numerous hidden chambers built into the Great Pyramid. One or more of these chambers could be responsible for the temperature variations that have been detected in the pyramid. Scanning has proven that the Great Pyramid of Giza is an incredible ancient construction filled with mysteries that have yet to be solved and explained accurately.